Hi, today we'll be making chicken peri peri stuffed garlic bread. The peri peri chicken adds extra taste and flavor to the normal garlic bread. All ingredients are mentioned in the description box below. So let's begin. Let's make the peri peri chicken first. I have taken 200 grams boneless chicken and have made smaller pieces out of it. To this, I'll be adding 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, half a teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon of peri peri spice mix powder, and 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. I have used the ready-made peri peri spice mix and you'll get the link in the description box below. So we'll give it a nice mix and let this get marinated for around 20 minutes. After 20 minutes of marination, just heat a pan and add the marinated chicken into it. I have not used any oil now as we have already added the oil during the marination. Just give it a quick mix and let it fry for a few seconds. I'll be cooking the chicken on medium flame and keep stirring it in between. After stir frying this for a few seconds, the chicken gets seared from outside. And now we will cover it with a lid and let it cook on medium flame for around 5 minutes. By now the chicken gets cooked with its own liquid and we will continue cooking till it gets dried. After a minute or two, you can see all the liquid has evaporated and it has left some oil. And our chicken peri peri is ready. You can use the chicken filling for sandwiches and even wraps. We'll be using this to stuff the garlic bread. Now the next step is to prepare the bread. So for that I have taken 3/4 cup of water into a bowl. That is lukewarm water. To this I'll be adding 2 teaspoons of sugar and 1 teaspoon of dry yeast. You can use any yeast here, active or instant. We'll give it a mix and let it sit for 5 minutes. For vegetarians, you can just replace the chicken with some paneer and follow the rest of the recipe as it is. So now after 5 minutes, the yeast is activated. To this I'll be adding 2 cups of all-purpose flour or Maida. I'll also be adding half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. If you do not have garlic powder, you can add crushed garlic. And 1 teaspoon of mixed herbs. Now using my hands, I will knead it to a soft dough. Different type of Maida absorbs more water or less water. So accordingly, you can add more Maida or more water to knead it into a soft dough. I have kneaded this for about a minute and it's all come together. Once this is done, I'll be adding 1 tablespoon of oil into it. After adding the oil, I will be kneading this dough for around 2 to 3 minutes till it's nice and smooth. Here is a quick tip. When kneading Maida for any cookies or any puff pastries, adding oil or butter at the beginning of kneading it will make it crispy, and by adding butter or oil at the end of the kneading will make the end product soft. So I've finished kneading this for 3 to 4 minutes and I'll just tuck it into a round ball and place it into the same bowl. I will lightly grease it with some oil so that it does not stick to the bowl once the dough is risen. Apply some oil for the dough too on top and cover the bowl, and we'll keep this for proofing for about an hour or so or till it doubles in size. In the meantime, let's prepare the garlic butter. I have taken 2 tablespoons of room temperature butter. To this I've added half a teaspoon of chili flakes and half a teaspoon of mixed herbs. 2 teaspoons of crushed garlic. Add it all into the butter and give it a good mix. Our delicious garlic butter is ready. We'll keep this aside. And also for the stuffing, I'll prepare a spicy mayo. For that I have taken 2 tablespoons of mayo and half a teaspoon of red chilli sauce. Mix them both together and a spicy mayo is ready. I will just be adding this into a piping bag so it's easy to drizzle on the garlic bread. Now we have got everything ready, let's check on to the dough. Make sure that the dough is double in size and proof well. Depending on the climate and the place where you stay, the proofing time may vary. Only make sure that it's double in size. We'll dust the table with some Maida. You can also use some cornmeal and place the dough onto the table. I will just get the dough together and make a round ball out of it. And now I'll be making 2 garlic breads, so I'll divide it into 2 parts. I've divided the dough into one large one and one smaller size. The smaller one will be baking over the gas stove and the larger one will be baking in the oven. I'll be showing both the methods of baking. You can choose whichever you prefer. Select a baking tray that will fit into your kadai or your baking vessel. I have taken the smaller portion of the dough and flattening it with my hands. Keep dusting your table counter with some Maida or cornmeal and spread the dough evenly. You can also use a rolling pin to flatten it a little more. Once this is done, I will place this flattened dough onto the baking tray. Don't forget to dust the baking tray with some flour. Now I have finished spreading the dough evenly onto the baking tray. So now it's time to apply the garlic butter which we had prepared. Spread the garlic butter evenly over the dough. We have used garlic while kneading the dough and also for making this garlic butter. So this garlic bread is really going to turn out awesome. Just spreading some processed cheese here. You can also use mozzarella cheese. Be drizzling the spicy mayo which we had prepared with mayo and the chili sauce. Next I'll be adding the chicken peri peri pieces. As already said, you can substitute the chicken with some paneer too. Next I'm adding some sweet corn which is slightly boiled. Lastly, just sprinkle some red chili flakes over it. So the chili flakes, the spicy mayo and the peri peri chicken will add extra spice and goodness to this stuffed garlic bread. We had put the stuffing on just half the part of the bread and the second half we'll just fold it over and press the edges a little so that the stuffing do not come out while it's getting baked. Now using a knife, I'll slightly make the marks so we can cut it easily later. Once more, we'll apply some garlic butter over this. So if you are very fond of garlic bread, do try this recipe with this chicken filling inside. So you can now stop ordering your garlic bread from out and make it yourself at home. We will be baking this garlic bread over the gas stove, which I'll be showing you shortly. In the meantime, I have made one more, and this one I'll be baking in a preheated oven at 180 degrees centigrade for around 20 to 25 minutes. So for baking over a gas stove, preheat a large kadai or a vessel, and to this you can add some sand or some salt and a ring stand over it. Now very carefully place the garlic bread tray over the ring and cover the vessel again. Bake this on medium to low heat for around 30 to 35 minutes. The one which we have baked in the oven is well done, and I will brush some garlic butter over it. While baking, the crust may get a little hard. We will now again brush it with some garlic butter, and this will make the crust nice and soft and easy to cut. While this is getting cool a bit, let's check onto the other garlic bread. This garlic bread too is done. You can always check in between if it is done or not. This bread is well baked, but you may not get the brown color on top of the crust as baked in the oven. So we'll take it out and brush some garlic butter over it. So it's now time to cut the chicken peri peri garlic bread. The lines which we had made before, you can cut through it. So our chicken peri peri stuffed garlic bread is ready, and I can't tell you how delicious this is. So the next time you feel like having a garlic bread, do try this chicken peri peri stuffed garlic bread at home itself. With the delicious chicken flavor and the cheese oozing out. It's so delicious and tasty. Serve this with some nice cheesy mayo dip. I hope you like this recipe and do try it out and leave your comments below. Thanks for watching and do subscribe to Garfin's Creation. See you soon in the next video. Till then, take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.